Hi guys, it's me. Sorry I didn't see that the video had started. I was waiting a little while for it to start. But today we are going to make these wonderful little art file cards. I got this idea from Lori Richardson Haley. She made some of these and I thought it was a really cute idea. The design's different and everything, but I really love the technique. So what you need is index cards, and then she did something really interesting. She used tabs. And I don't know where she got her tabs from, but I was looking at these old little candy boxes that I have, and it makes a really cool looking tab. So I'm going to just cut off one of the ends. I just open these up after I get done eating my candy fix, and then you just turn it on whichever side you want. You can do it on this side if you want with a little bit of color, and then you're just going to put it up. Okay, and I'm going to work on the blank side, and then I let this side kind of be the not blank side, so I can write on it or cover it up or do whatever I want. Okay, just going to take it and you're going to staple it. Now you could glue it too, and that would work well, but make sure that you give yourself enough room for the staples. See, I'm going to flip it over so you can see. Okay, but you just want a cute little tab sticking up. And I just thought these were adorable. I forget what she did with hers, but she just used kind of scraps from her desk, so I'm going to kind of follow suit in that way, but I think mine are a little different than hers. Look at that. So it's really fun. It's a little tab card or a little file folder. Okay, after you're done with that, then you're going to adhere just some scraps that you have on your desk. These are some scraps that I have that I was using in another project. So this is what I'm going to use. There's a couple more over here too. And I just kind of think about the color scheme, but if you don't necessarily have to worry about that because we're going to gesso, but it just kind of makes it look a little better if you kind of stick with the same color. So I'm just doing blues basically. I don't care if there's a little bit of yellow or a little bit of whatever in there. I'm just adding some of my decoupage glue, okay, or deco page glue. Okay, and I'm just adhering pieces to my card. And don't worry if you have some that goes over the edge, that's okay. That'll be alright. Just like that. So I hope you guys are going to have a great weekend. I'm doing my first class tomorrow, so that'll be super exciting. I'm so excited, so that'll be cool. So yes, and there's still time. If you're in the Denver area, it'd be great if you could join us. You can call in the morning, or I will put a link to that video so you can watch that, and you can register, which is really cool. And I'd love to see you. I have a couple of subscribers that will be there, so I'm super excited about that. I get to meet them in person. And take that and do it there. And we are going to add some paper to this tab, but I don't want anything too translucent. So let's see if this will work. This is just a colored watercolor that I used. So yeah, it's fun. And I might have to, if it's bothering me, that little pink, then I can put something on top of it. Okay. Which it kind of is. So I think maybe I'm going to use some more of this painted tissue paper. Just right there. And you're basically just going to fill it up. That's it. Just like that. Perfect. And this is my gesso newspaper. I love this stuff, and I don't use it enough. I have a big old, well, not a big old thing now, but I had a lot of it, so I need to make some more. And I'm just adding my pattern paper, and you will be able to see it through, which is fun. So, which is really cool. So I love it. And we're just going to kind of do it mixed media style. So we're going to do tons of layer. We're going to do some paint and some gesso and just kind of have a good time with it. It's amazing. We had our art thing on last Saturday that I had at Joanna's here, and one of the ladies, she had never tried mixed media, and I could tell that it was getting on her nerves that she had so much stuff on her hands. Poor thing. But it is an interesting, like, and I guess you don't necessarily have to get, you know, stuff on your hands, but I just thought, I was like, wow, that's amazing how we all have our differences. Like, it doesn't bother me at all, but how sometimes things bother us without us thinking about it, you know, and that's kind of, that's different. But I just thought that was funny. And you don't have to get your hands dirty, of course. You could, you know, just wear gloves or something like that, and I see lots of artists do that. But I really love the feel of the paint in the mediums, so yeah, but it's amazing how different we are. Isn't that funny? So we're going to take it and just put it down. Okay, so that's all filled up. Then you're just going to let it dry. I am going to put the top on this, okay? And now we're going to apply the gesso. But before we do that, I'm just going to trim around the edges because I did let some of the paper hang off the edges a little bit. So I'm just going to go around and just kind of smooth everything out. And this would be a great way if you're doing a project and you have lots of scraps left, you could absolutely do that too. And I use the open tab on this one, so there's a lot you can do. It's really fun. Awesome. And then we can go in here and be a little bit more finicky about cutting close to the edges and all that good stuff. It's a great way, and you could even use like tabs from your cereal boxes or anything like that that has a tab on it. I just thought that was so interesting that Lori noticed the tabs. I was like, that is so cool. So yeah, so thank you, Lori, for the inspiration behind this project. Okay, so I'll put these all in a bag and I'll use them in another project. Okay. Actually, let me do that just to give myself a little bit of room here. I have my Ziploc bag, and these are for my small scraps for things like this. Okay. All right. Okay. So now we are going to add some gesso. Now I will be using my Deco Arts gesso, and I'm just going to use my fingers because that's the way I roll. And I'm just going to apply some gesso. And I kind of just want to make that background go back a little bit, so I'm just using my fingers here. And I'll add a lot in some places and not a lot in others, but just kind of want you to see me do it a little bit. And those are my shaving cream things that I made, which I love. Those are fun. Very cool. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. I think on Saturday too, because I totally overbooked myself. They're having all of this free time at the museum. It's like Art Week or something in Colorado, which I never knew they had, but apparently they've been having it for a couple of years. And one of the things is that you get to do some fun free stuff. So at all the museums. So it's only from 5 to 10, but I think it'll be so fun. They're going to have a shuttle too taking us around. So if I have enough energy out of the class, which I probably will, then that's what I'm going to do for the rest of the day to celebrate. Alrighty. So now we're going to add some paint. So I'm just using paints that I think will go kind of with what I'm doing. So this is Desert Turquoise. This is Deco Arts paint. And then this is Citron Green, which I love this green. It's so pretty. And then we can use some Bahama Blue too. but feel free to use whatever colors you want, and whatever kind of palette you want too. So just get like 3 colors that you know will blend together well and use those. So you could do purple and blue, 2 shades of purple, 1 shade of blue. You could do green, you could just do whatever you like basically. And I'm just putting some paint down. Add some of that green too, and I might have to get some more of that green out. So just pick things that you know and make sure you leave just a little bit of white space. Okay, that's kind of the trick. You don't have to cover everything up, at least I don't, with mixed media, which is part of the reason why I love it. You get to see all those wonderful layers. So I'm just going to put literally a drop. That's it. You know, and don't like do too crazy colors. Get colors that you know if they mix together, they won't be a total mess. So just kind of keep that in mind too. And I'll have to do maybe a color palette for you guys video or something. I think that might be really fun. There we go. Okay, so now you're gonna set that aside and let that dry just for a second, and then I'm gonna pick out some stencils. Okay. And literally we're gonna fan this out. Okay. And they dry really quick, but I'm just gonna go in with my fingers. Okay, and then I have my makeup sponge, and I'm gonna do a little bit of white and gold. Okay, so I have some white paint here. Move this out of the way. Just a dot. We're not going to do a whole lot of stenciling, just a little bit. Oops, that's probably too much gold, but I can add that on to something else. Okay, so let's do our gold first. So I'm just going to take this and move it over a little. Oops, move it over a little bit. Alrighty. Okay, and we are going to take a makeup sponge. I'm just going to dot it off a little bit, and I'm going to apply some of this fabulous paint. Okay. And again, we're just adding layers of interest. That's it. That's all you're doing. So just stencil however you like in whatever place you want. I want some in that tab that I made. Just like that. And let's do one more here maybe. Okay, just like that. Perfect. And then we're going to do the circles in white. Alrighty. And these are Deco Art stencils too. They're really cool. They're just kind of their basic stencils, like you buy one with a whole bunch of letters, and then this is kind of the bonus thing that they give you. But I really love these. I love all their stencils, and they're really versatile, and you can use them in a lot of things. So this is probably, I use these probably the most, and they need to be cleaned desperately, so I have a video on how to do that too. My friend Diana that went to the art party, she told me how she cleans her stencils, and we use like these stencils, and they are really caked up with a lot of stuff. So yeah, it was like, yeah, I think it's probably time for them to be clean. So I'm so glad she gave me the advice. I don't want this blue to go to waste, so let's put a little bit of blue down. Alrighty. There we go. Okay, so we have that and that. We're going to let that dry just for a second, and I am going to do some stamping. So I have a couple stamps here. I'm thinking maybe I'll do this one. And this one was gifted to me by one of you, my lovely subscribers. And I'm just going to take it in. I'm using it as a background stamp. I don't want the whole impression. So, yeah. There we go. And then I'll go in on here and clean it up a little bit. There we go. Alrighty. And that's just black ink, waterproof ink. Okay. And now we are going to do the fun part, which is we're going to make a background. So I got these stickers from my friend Ina. She had a whole roll of them and she gave me quite a bit of them. So I've been looking at them and seeing how I can use them. So we're going to make some flowers just like we did before. So we're going to take this and I'm just sticking these down. And this is a great way to use. These are just seals for like wedding. I think she found them in a thrift store. And someone was probably using them to seal envelopes for invitations, and they had extras and they donated them. So there's plenty of things that you could do, okay, like that, okay. And then I am going to use my new pen that I got, my Pilot multi ball pen. I got this from Jet Pens, which is really awesome, and I love this pen. It's really great. So I am just going to make little loops for the edge of my flowers. Let me bring in a little bit here. Okay, and these are gold. I know they're showing up a little yellow, but they are gold stickers. And I'm just going to make a little doodle flower with this fabulous pen. And I know that Cece, she uses this a lot, and I've seen a couple more artists use it, and I have to say it is worth the hype, and it's really cheap too. Like, it was only, this is the ultra fine tip, and it was only a few dollars. Like, I think it was less than $2, which is awesome. So I will definitely be buying more of these, and they have a ton of colors, which is great. And the ink, I've had no problem. It writes on everything very, very easily. Gesso, and I'm pretty hard on pens. I just have to be honest here. So it's really awesome. There we go. And don't worry, like, if the petals aren't even, that's what kind of makes these fun and whimsical. So that's good. And I just put the stickers down. I didn't put them down with glue or anything like that. So I am going to sell this too with my Deco Page Glossy. So just to give it a little bit of protection, we're just going to go around just like that. But you see how seamless and beautiful this pen is. I am totally in love with it. And I got two. But I probably should have got more because I can see that I'm probably going to be using this a lot. It's really great. Okay, awesome. Alrighty. Okay. And they have two different like tips too, which is nice. So then I'm going to go in here and I'm going to make a stem. Okay. And just a nice thin little stem. Okay, I'm not thinking about it too much, I'm just doing it. Okay. And then I'm going to go in and off the stem I'm going to make little swirlies, which I love. 3 of them. Okay. Just like that. So I'm getting ready for my craft show too, Lord. So I did about 10 of my little hearts. I decoupaged them, the little clay hearts that I made in a tutorial. So those are fun. Hopefully they'll be sellers. I didn't do very, very good at this craft show. I mean, I made like maybe $200 at this craft show that I did last year, which I spent $50 on a table, and normally I do better than that. So I'm a little bit hesitant. I only bought 1 table this year. Yeah, and I'm just going to fill these in. These are metallic markers from the dollar store, from Dollar Tree. Yeah, so I have some fun stuff that I think they'll like, but we'll see. If not, then that's alright. I think I'll at least make back what I spent to get into the show, which is awesome, and I'll be able to pay for lunch for a couple days, so that's good. And if I can make a profit, that would be even better, but we'll kind of see how that goes. But so I just have a few more things to finish up. I'm making some bracelets with sari yarn, so I need to do those. And of course I lost the base, so I might have to go get some of the base, and I'll do a tutorial for that for you guys too. So I'm just going around filling in those petals. That's all I'm doing with this beautiful metallic marker. And I might have to go over them with black, but that's okay. Just like that. Oh, oops, I meant to do this one green. Well, we'll make it all pink then. Alrighty, that's okay. That's alright. And I'm thinking, I think I might do that little dot stamp too. Because I just think that it needs more stamping. Kind of looks still a little plain to me in the background, so we'll add a little bit more. Oh my gosh, I had a pain in my arm. Isn't that bad? Let's see, I must have my hand in an awkward position. There we go. But these are so fun and so simple to make. I hope you guys give them a try. And you could do hearts, you don't have to do flowers, or maybe a little bird. I think Lori did like a little bird, and I love her like musical birds and flowers, so that'll be fun. But it's good. I'm glad that I'm getting a little bit of a break to create with you guys, you know, because I kind of mass make things for the craft show, so it's you know, and when you make a whole bunch of things, it's not as fun as when you can just kind of pick up a little bit of scraps and, you know, draw some fun stuff or something like that. It's just different. Okay, and then this is some paper that I printed off from my computer. It's tissue paper, and I just taped it down to a piece of copier paper, and then I ran it through my laser printer. I got this from Creative, Kiss My Creative. She's really cool. She has a lot of great tutorials and ideas, and I actually made her graffiti cards. Let me show them to you. The intuitive ones, and I made a video for you guys, and like, I don't know what happened, but the beginning of the video is totally gone off of my computer, so I have to remake that for you guys. But it's a really fun technique. It was a really long video though, but it's a really cool technique, so I can't wait to show you guys that too. So I just have to get time to do that. I'll probably do that later after the craft show. So you're just gonna put words there wherever you like, wherever you want them to be. But before I do that, I'm going to take my Deco Arts, this is their white paint marker, and I'm going to make little dots of white. And it'll be hard to see, but I just want my flowers to have centers. And then I'm going to add the black around them, the black pin. So I'm just doing a cluster of kind of white dots, just like that. Okay? And we'll give that just a second to dry, and while that's drying, I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. Well, actually, maybe I'll do the stamping first, because I think it just needs a little bit of stamping, just a tad. And this beautiful stamp is the one that my friend Cindy sent me, which was unbelievably generous, so I'm excited that I get to use it. And then I'll just kind of clean it off here on this scrap piece of paper. Awesome. Alrighty, so let's glue this baby down. And then I am going to seal this whole thing. And that'll kind of be the last step. But and then you can ink around the edges for these cards, which I will probably do. We can do that together on this one too. But you could use those little chat stickers that Tim Holtz makes, that would work great for these too. So just kind of raid your stash and see all the good stuff that you have that you can use in a project like this. And I love to do projects like this. I think it's really fun and it really pushes you in your creativity. And it's a little bit freeing, you know? So in the center, these should have been more in the center, but that's okay. We're going to work with it. We're just going to do it. So I'm just making circles, and as you can tell, I'm doing it very loosely. Very good. Awesome. Okay, but the pin writes very, very well over that too. And then I'm going to go in with my marker and just fill out some of the, some of the little circles, the little dots, those little circle guys. Perfect. Alrighty, just like that. Okay. Alrighty. And I'm just going to blow on it just for a minute. But while I'm doing that, I can grab my ink. And just go around the edge with my ink pad. And that just finishes up, makes it look really nice and clean and polished. So just going on. And if you wanted to, you could write something cute on the tab. And I might, maybe I'll write the date or something, so I know when it was made. That'd be cute. But I'm probably going to give these away in Happy Meal or something, so I won't do that now, but yes. Perfect. Alrighty guys, so let us grab, I'm just looking here for this little guy. So this one is sealed with the Decoupage glossy, Decoupage glossy from Deco Arts. And then this is the other one. So see how fun they are? So they're super simple. Everything is waterproof because I have that fabulous pen now. So that's super awesome. And these are just really fun and simple to make. So I hope you make some. If you do, I would love it if you showed me a picture because they're really fun. And I bet you already have the supplies at home. And again, you know, the sky's the limit. You can do these in all sorts of really cool designs. Like you could do hearts, you could do a lot of different things. So I'm just going to seal this one. And that's it guys for this tutorial. I hope you have a wonderful weekend and I will have a video for you guys on Monday. Have a great week. Bye bye. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and please subscribe and leave me a comment. Tell me what you think. And I hope that I can get to my comments this weekend. Oh my gosh, it's been so busy. So I'm sorry, but I want you guys to know that I do read everyone and you touch my heart so much. And please forgive me that I haven't been able to answer. You guys know that I'm pretty good at answering my comments, and it's been really disappointing that I haven't been able to. I just haven't had the time, but I love you guys and I'm so grateful for you and I hope that you have a wonderful day. Bye bye.